Former NFL player Jack Brewer threatening to sue liberal commentator and MSNBC host Joy Reid. Reid making waves after she called out Jack Brewer's children's program, which, by the way, attended an anti-CRT bill signing by Governor DeSantis. Reid tweeting out this last week, quote, "This misuse of black boys is tantamount to child abuse. I would really like to hear the backstory on who these kids were and how they wound up at a DeSantis event. Given how anti-black DeSantis is, using black children this way is extra sick." Joining me right now, Jack Brewer himself. Jack, what's your response to that?
It actually sickens me. It saddens me. You know, I'm not angry with Joy Reid. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that she uses her platform to spew this much hate to folks that she claims to be representing. You know, we work hard, tirelessly. I have kids in our facility right now who are trying to study their reading and math proficiency levels. Many of these kids are suffering from the direct effects of CRT. And my kids understand very well what CRT is and what it means. When they go to school and they make D's and F's and the teachers tell them that it's okay because of the color of their skin. They're promoting oppression. They're dividing this nation. And people like Joy Reid are the mouthpieces for this. They're the spokespeople for CRT. And I stand against it. I think it's the Antichrist. I think it's racist. I think it takes us back decades when we've made so much progress in this nation. But I think Joy Reid really made a mistake. I don't believe she realizes what kids she was picking on. You see, the fact of the matter is that she said nothing about all those white kids or Hispanic kids that was there. She literally circled my black kids, my babies, the kids that I worked so hard to uplift, that are, most of them are fatherless, and most of them are working on their reading and math and are suffering from the same garbage that she's spewing. Those are the kids that she chose to point out. And so it's so damaging. I tell you, I hope MSNBC and Joy Reid issues an apology, not to me, but to my kids, because they deserve that. This was a moment in their life that they saw as a very special time, an opportunity that they get to meet their great governor. And then all of a sudden it gets turned around on them, and now they're being harassed. I have to order extra protection at my school. I'm having to call the police department to come make sure they're checking it. She goes on Twitter and asks her supporters to go find where my kids are at and find what school these kids come from during an environment when you have so much violence and school shootings and all of that. How dare you? I stand against that, and I stand against everything that Joy Reid is about.
Jack, what message did you want your kids to get in your program? The fact that you took them with you to the DeSantis signing. Now, we know DeSantis, when he spoke, he said kids, because of their color, should not think that they are oppressed, and because of their color, should not think they are oppressors. So it goes black, white, whatever your race may be. What message were you hoping the kids you took with you were going to get?
Our program is very clear. They're called the American heroes. First off, they love God. God is number one for my kids, and we teach them to love God more than anything, but love them, let their neighbors like themselves. And so that's the mentality that we have. We also teach them that everybody is equal, and that no matter what color your skin is, God created all of us, and to love our brothers and sisters. We promote that. Our programs blend nations and bring together kids from all demographics, immigrants, and kids that have been here for generations. We all love one another here at the Serving Institute. And more importantly, we learn how to serve our brothers and sisters. These kids go out and they pick up garbage in their community. These kids help feed the hungry. We teach these kids the real principles about becoming a servant American, an American that's paying back and pouring back into their community. And for her to attack them like that when they were so proud of the opportunity to get invited by the governor. Can you believe that? Imagine being a kid, being able to get an invitation like that, and then all of a sudden you completely spoil and wreck one of the most memorable moments of their life. She should be disgraced for that.
What would you say to her personally if you had the opportunity?
First off, I'll tell her I love her and that I'm praying for her, and that I don't have any hate in my heart towards her. But I am angry by her words, not just for me, but for my children. I want no money from her. I don't need her money. I take any funds that we get and pour it right back into these kids. We have a fatherless crisis in our nation with over 18 million kids across America who are fatherless, who are hurting, who are going to prison too often. that are dropping out of school too often in public schools because of the CRT doctrine that are failing our kids, the most voiceless kids across this nation. And she should have more respect for that. She should be fighting on this side of the table, the side that's trying to uplift our children versus make them into victims. And it's just not right. It's not against, it goes completely against my biblical principles. And I pray that one day the light turns on in her head and she repents for all the words that comes out of her mouth.
Jack Brewer, thank you so much for talking to us.
God bless you.